parent with a child with FASD calls you because they moved from another province and are excited to find out what supports and services are available here. Then, a parent calls you in crisis. Their teenager with autism is experiencing significant mental health distress. The parent is so worried about their child and desperate for support. Both of these are realistic scenarios that you might face. Hello, I'm Dr. Sandy Thompson-Hodgetts. I'm an occupational therapist and a researcher at the University of Alberta. I'm interested in supports and services for people with neurodevelopmental disabilities and their families. This video will help you understand what we mean by pathways of support. Pathways of support can mean many things. Here, we consider pathways of support as the broad, flexible array of resources and services for people with neurodevelopmental disabilities and their caregivers across their journey. People with neurodevelopmental disabilities and their caregivers will likely access resources and services across a variety of areas. They may experience multiple developmental, physical, and mental health needs. So, pathways of support often include formal services at the same time through different ministries. The most likely ministries are health, including mental health, education, community and social services, and sometimes children's services. Initial entry is often through the healthcare system. This might be through a pediatrician or through a child's wellness checks. In Alberta, early intervention services are available through Alberta Health Services for children up to 3.5 years old. These services are home-based and they're really focused on helping the families to develop the knowledge, skills, and confidence to support their child's development. These services can be available before a child has a formal diagnosis as long as that child is showing some developmental delays. When children aren't identified early, it's often in preschool or school when social or behavioral challenges or developmental delays are noticed. In Alberta, support in the educational system is available for children in preschool and kindergarten. This might include aid support in the classroom and consultation from a multidisciplinary team. Some children this age may also access home-based support through the Family Support for Children with Disabilities, or FSCD program. This too might involve consultation from a multidisciplinary team who will work collaboratively with parents to develop skills and to help their child participate in meaningful activities. Services accessed through the healthcare system often relate to more specialized clinics, things like equipment or medication to support co-occurring conditions. Whether services to support adaptive skills and participation in daily activities is obtained through the healthcare system varies by region across Alberta. Support for school-aged children can come from multiple places. Specialist support through the healthcare system will continue. Multidisciplinary supports are available through the education system, but typically not at the same intensity as those accessed in preschool and kindergarten. There are some specialized educational programs available in Alberta, and many children attend their community schools. Families may also qualify for support through the FSCD program, which can include home-based multidisciplinary services for school-aged children as well. There's often perceived to be less formal support available for adolescents. Many disability-specific organizations have created social and skill-building groups. Some service providers who are funded through FSCD also offer social and skill-building groups, and families might be eligible for some funding support for these on a case-by-case basis. Some service providers also provide pre-employment and employment preparation for adolescents and young adults. The module on transition planning will provide more information for adolescents. Pathways of support can also include informal supports, such as social opportunities or parent-to-parent networks. Services to support the health and well-being of parents and other caregivers can also be helpful. It's likely that you'll receive a variety of requests for support. For example, you might get questions about early concerns and where to go for assessment and diagnosis, a crisis related to physical or mental health, or how families can access respite support. Parents might want help focused on them, like learning positive parenting practices or where to find counseling. They might want help with funding for extraordinary expenses such as incontinence supplies or specialized equipment such as communication devices. They might want professional services such as psychology, physical, occupational, or speech therapy, or a family physician who is knowledgeable about neurodevelopmental disabilities. They might want to know about disability-friendly recreation programs. These are just a few examples to show the range of what could be part of pathways of support and the types of questions that you might face. We've provided some resources that might help people with neurodevelopmental disabilities and their caregivers navigate these pathways. I hope that you will take some time to become familiar with these different options.